stared into the sharp fluorescent light. She gasped for breath. Fear and adrenaline surged in her body once more. Every muscle tensed, and her throat constricted with thirst. Slowly, she tried to get up, but the pain in her abdomen stopped her. She had no idea how she had ended up in this stinking hole. Her body ached, and she could not think straight. She tried to get up again, and this time, supporting herself against the cold cement wall beside her, she managed to get to her knees. The temperature in the deserted warehouse was close to freezing point, and she was shivering with cold. About 2 meters in front of her, she saw a small bundle of clothing, a red silk dress, a G-string, and a pair of mocha-colored leather boots. She recognized them. They belonged to her. Someone must have undressed her, she realized, but she had no recollection of the details. Suddenly a loud noise came from the other side of the hall. Masha got to her feet slowly. A draft of night air entered the building, a momentary relief from the nauseating stench of oil and grease. Masha stood on her tiptoes and just managed to peer over the edge of the grease pit. A group of people approached the pit. 2 broad figures were pushing and shoving 3 slim ones, who were jostled between them. The broad figures ordered the slim ones to take the steps into the pit. Masha grabbed her bundle of clothing and tried to cover herself with the dress. The slim figures were 3 girls, about her own age. They could not have been more than 18 or 20 years old. They appeared to be Slavic or Eastern European girls, she guessed. The one lagging at the back swayed on her feet, clearly under the influence of something or other. The other 2 girls clutched onto each other, crying and praying at once. Masha recognized their prayer. It was one of the Orthodox religious verses that she knew from her youth, and she could understand parts of the exchange between the 2 girls. They were speaking Russian. "We are going to die here," cried the younger of the 2 girls. Masha tried to say something, but her voice was gone. Her throat ached when she tried again. "Who are you?" she stuttered. "Where are we?" The 2 girls took no notice of her, simply clung to each other. Masha cast a look over her shoulder, but she could no longer see the 2 men who had brought the girls down. Taking the gap, she pulled on her bloody dress, pushed past the girls, and headed for the stairs. "I have to get away from here now," she thought. In that moment, she heard the outer door of the hall open again, and 5 men entered the building. The fluorescent pipes that ran along the edge of the grease pit lit up. Masha froze like a deer in headlights. She tried to shield her eyes with her hands, but the light was coming from all sides. Instinctively, she stumbled back to the other girls. The 5 men loomed above them. As if dragons in a fantasy, their breath formed huge clouds of condensation before their mouths. Masha could hear one of them speak in Russian. She could not understand the other voices, but she guessed that it was Albanian or Serbian, something like that. "That one," a voice bellowed out of the dark. "We've worked that one over good and proper already." She recognized the voice. The hoarse rasp he had when he spoke or panted. He was the one who had egged the others on when they raped her. And he was the one who had used the belt on her. "Help! Help me, Igor!" Masha collapsed on the cold cement ground. 2 days earlier. Ragnar Bertelsen sat on the hotel bed, watching the news on the little TV that hung on the opposite wall. He was in his mid-50s, with thinning hair on his head, which was a stark contrast to the bushy mane on his chest.